You know, I'd like to hear a little bit more about this. We're hearing a lot of words. We're hearing growing expectations, accountability, transparency. And then, Art, you say it's really all about trust. And I find that interesting because, you know, when we're dealing with companies, we deal with people who are the gatekeepers, but they're also donors. So can you expand a little bit more? And Lindsay, I'd love to hear from you as well on this, is how do you communicate that you are trustworthy beyond the raw data? What are, you know, how else do you do that? And I'm not looking for traditional answers, but what else could these organizations be doing to, if they are trustworthy, to be able to articulate that either through storytelling or other means? Right. So,
well, I think the good news is that people do trust you. They come out of the box trusting you. So they're only looking, and the reason they don't do a lot of research, I think, is they don't think they need to, because you're the good guys. You're the people who are out there trying to make a difference in the world. You're not these mean, ugly corporate people who are taking us down, even though they all work for these mean, ugly corporate. So you have that as an advantage. And what they're doing when they're researching is they're trying to validate, and this is Hope Consulting says the same thing. They're trying to validate their trust in you. Okay? So there's not a whole lot you need to do. The main thing you need to do is show them that they're right. You know, that if you have, for instance, I'll use our standards as an example. If you have good governing practices, if you're truthful in your appeals and your solicitations, if you're dealing with donors fairly and openly, if you are having your financial organizations managed well, audits and things of that nature. Look at our 20 standards. Those are the things that we believe, you know, lead people to say that, yes, indeed, you're trustworthy. You're affirming the fact that you're trustworthy. So beyond that, I would say, whenever you get the opportunity, let people know that some of these things are going on in your organization so that they can say, yes, our belief in you, our faith in you is not misplaced. And I think you'll be fine. Now, when you run across really outlying organizations who appear in the media and make us all look bad, sort of drag us down, I think sometimes we don't speak out enough on that. And I think we all are sometimes too quick to hide and say that this is a bad situation, but we're all not like that. But I think we need to acknowledge that something bad went on here. And we're sometimes reluctant to do that. But when we don't acknowledge it, then people sort of think that we're defending it. And if we're defending it, then I think that's a bad place for donors to think we are. So I think we have to be willing to point fingers sometimes. And I know that's a difficult thing because, you know, whenever people point fingers at someone else, people could find problems with you. But I think that's a particular problem that we have.